I'd like to take this time just to tell you to eat my ass.
Fists in the air, the crowds ablaze, moments that steal the mundane's haze. No fear, no hold in this maze. Reach the peak of these wild days. It lives, Friday night lives. You die, but Friday night lives. Hosted by DEADPIT Radio, Stuntman Mark and Rambo Rap.
What's up, everybody? It is Friday night, and you know what that means. It is time for Friday Night Lives. Welcome again, the man who hates us all, Stuntman Mark.
That's a hell of a way to start.
Yeah, we'll start there, and it's just going to keep progressively getting worse as we go along. Beneath me, though, as always, the world's greatest host of all time, Rambo Raff, who is going to be bringing like just a litany of hot takes, if you will. A fucking
every other word is a hot take.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah, pretty much everything he says usually is a hot take, honestly, on any video. You got to keep in mind, this is the dude that don't fucking like mashed potatoes. So, I mean,
that's right.
That in and of itself is a hot take.
Yeah,
that's true.
Disgusting.
Hates mashed potatoes, hates ketchup, I believe. And like
disgusting.
Any kind of condom. Yeah. So, now we should just start the show off with those things. Let's be like.
Well, we talked about those before. Fuck mashed potatoes. I hate ketchup, mustard, onions, pickles. I hate all that stuff.
Like 75 memes came out of that one show, by the way. Like people did. Yeah. Oh, man. So if people aren't familiar with this format, though, this is a format where people in the chat, when you come in, feel free to post hot takes about anything, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be even films, but just like anything that you think would be an unpopular opinion, and we will discuss it and see if maybe you can change our mind. We're like the virtual streaming version of that guy that's sitting there like, change my mind. Like that's what we're doing essentially. Yeah. And then we're going to give you some of ours in terms of like things that we think are unpopular opinions. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of them coming from this crew and this chat. This chat loves to hate. It's a player hater's ball in here. So let me run through the chat real quick. Let's see who we got in here. Coming in, we've got Jonathan Sonko's in here. Matter of Pat, Spirit Crusher, Dino Machino, X-Ray Punch, Jackson Jack always, Caleb Lynch, Mega Man MG, the Purple Tomato Cinema, Alter Ego Bro, Adrian James, Justin Smith, Jeremy Powers, Gary Blow, Cyber Warrior, Alex Sanchez, Motionless Zombie. AJ Lee is definitely back in WWE. Yeah. I think I don't even know if that show was gone on yet or not, but they already gave it away. So,
yeah, I've heard.
You'll definitely be back. Billy Boston. Bobby's in here, boys. Gary Blow. I can't even read that name live on here, I don't think. Is that wait. Hymns are beautiful. I'm sorry. I completely read that the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. That was not what I thought that was. Sam Neill's in here. I can't post what Sam Neill said, but he's already coming in hot. And Nicholas Pearl.
Yes, hot take. So for anyone in the chat, whether it's a film you liked and other people hate, or a film you hate other people love, it not just movies. It could be music, it could be games, it could be any other stuff. So feel free to list your hot takes of what you view that may not be popular with the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, mostly entertainment stuff. We're not going to talk about weird, random topics.
Yeah, not politics stuff, not like,
Yeah.
you
That'd
know,
be
you like.
killer. The show just devolved into that. Yeah. I would 100%. I can't post that X-ray punch.
I think we'd all agree
I'd
with that.
love to, yeah, but I can't. Let's see. Yeah. So got a couple coming in. I'm gonna let like a lot of people come in here so we can get a bunch going on. But like while we are just kind of allowing this chat to fill up some too. Anybody interested in anything movie wise right now? I'm getting ready tomorrow to go see the Jaws 50th anniversary screening
Huh?
thing. So that's what I got.
It's funny that movie got number 2 at the box office. That's how bad movies are, that a 50-year-old movie jumped to number 2 at the box office.
Rightfully so, because like that's actually one of the hot takes that I have. Not necessarily that that's a hot take or anything. That movie's great, but I mean,
That's the best movie out in theaters right now.
100%. Yeah, and probably like that'd be the best movie that's been out for the last 20 years in theaters, if we're being honest. Like Hunk says it's probably the best film released this year.
Probably, yeah. How much has it made so far? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure.
In one weekend, it was 9 million in one weekend. I don't know total.
Wow.
But it's playing around your way. That's cool.
Yeah, they've got it in the theater up here at the Riverfield 10, so I'm gonna go up and see that. And then,
have you kids ever seen Jaws before?
Probably when I've been watching it, yeah, because like that's one of those movies where every single time it comes on television, like I watch it. If I ever see it, like I always watch it. So I'm sure at some point they have.
Are you going by yourself, or are you taking the family?
Oh, everybody's going, but I don't think everybody's going to see Jaws. Like they'll probably like break off and see something else. I think The Conjuring is on too. And like,
the new one. Okay.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, The Conjuring I was on board with The Conjuring up to about the third one, and then after that, like, it just I'm not giving a shit about The Conjuring in many a year.
Yeah, that third film was pretty awful. Like, I kind of had a feeling that would happen just because James Wan decided not to direct. And when I heard the story, even, I was like, really? Out of everything that the Warrens have investigated, that's what you guys are going to go with?
Yep.
So, yeah, it was bad all around.
I mean, I guess it's, the whole thing about the Warrens, too. I'm not positive where I fall on that either. Like, if they were really doing anything, or if they were just kind of like carnival barkers. I mean,
hot take, they're full of shit.
I don't think that's a hot take, though. That's like that'd be pretty close.
Oh, really? Does a lot of people feel that way? Because I don't know anything about the public persona.
That they're full of shit. I mean, I've always kind of felt that way. They just always struck me as like kind of like con artist type of folks, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, like at that time period, there was a bunch of people that were trying to get famous doing shit like that. And I mean, that was the era of what was that guy's name? The Uri Gellers and the fake psychics and the fake, fucking.
So they were like
spoons and
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
So they were kind of like Michael J. Fox and the Frighteners. They'd show up, do their voodoo, and
except they weren't releasing real ghosts or anything. They were just fucking making shit up, I think. It's like, do you hear that? Yeah. It's like what they do now, basically, with these ghost hunter shows.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hot take either to say that those shows are completely full of shit. Just a bunch of guys sitting around like, I don't understand why people watch that stuff either. It's like this just sit there and then they'll have something going like a EVP recorder or something and they'll just be like, did you hear that? What is that? And then that's the whole show. And then they'll go back and like listen to it and be like, it'll be nothing at all, but they'll be like, oh my God, somebody said kill me or something. It's like, no, they didn't. It was just like the wind. It's the whole like hour-long show. Look at these pictures we got. And then there's like little like dust mites on there that are orbs.
Yeah, those
if I
are
hear
orbs.
anything about orbs anymore, I'm gonna fucking choke somebody to death. All right, I think we got a pretty good lot in here now. In terms of let's get to some of these and let's see what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, there's a lot of them. This one comes up a lot, dude. And like, I don't know what to make out of this, but this does come up a lot. The original Halloween is overrated. That's a very popular opinion. I mean, a very popular, unpopular opinion. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. I still think it's a really good film. Is it in my favorite John Carpenter? No, but I always liked the film. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. Do you feel it's any bit of it overrated?
Not really, just because of what it kind of started. I mean, the whole slasher boom after the fact. We all know Friday ripped off Halloween. So, no, I mean, even on its own merits, I still think it's like a well-made movie, considering the budget, what they had to work with, the crew. They had a really cool cast, which definitely helps the film a lot. But I mean, atmosphere, music, and everything paced, like it's not even a long movie or anything. Like I think it flows really well, still holds up. It is definitely pedestalized, but I mean, you could kind of see why, given, how things have gone with sequels after the fact.
Yeah, I think part of it too is like it's at that age now where like a lot of newer people like watching it and stuff would probably think it was overrated because it's just very tame compared to everything now. And like, I guess it's easy to lose sight of kind of like how influential that movie was at the time that it came out and how like iconic that character was too when it came out. Because that's another thing too. Like there's that saying, familiarity breeds contempt. Like once they shove Michael Myers down your throat like a million times, like at some point people start turning on the characters and things like that. But I think that they've just franchised out Myers and Jason and Freddy so much that nowadays people are just kind of like, nah. But yeah, for what that movie is, and for what it did for the genre, especially the slasher genre, which is my favorite genre, I can't like give it enough credit. Really, I get that.
I mean, I'll say I think the first Friday the 13th is overrated.
Yeah, I do too, to a degree. Like, I think the only thing that saves that movie is, I've said this a million times, is Betsy Palmer at the end. Like, I don't even think it's the best slasher film of the 80s. I mean, it might not even be the best slasher film in 1980, come to think of it. So.
Right.
This is a hot take. Beverly Hills Cop 2 ain't that bad. No, it's really not.
Love Beverly Hills Cop 2.
The Green Inferno, the gore effects weren't that bad. I didn't hate the Green Inferno. That's a hot take for me. I think that is a pretty unpopular opinion at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Too much diarrhea.
Too much jerking off.
Too much stupid humor and like, just ridiculous characters and too much Eli Roth is just not.
You see that thing he's doing with Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
What's he doing with Snoop Dogg?
The fake trailer?
The movie's called Don't Go in the House, Bitch.
No, I didn't see that. I saw the other one he did. It was a fake trailer. I didn't see that one.
And there's a trailer that says, "Don't go in that house, bitch." And like Snoop Dogg keeps saying that where people keep going and get killed.
It's not a bad idea, really, for a movie trailer. Not a bad idea for a
In the
movie.
house, bitch.
Here's a fun one for all of us. The Exorcist is overrated.
I think that was one of your hot takes
in
last
the
time, right?
the original hot takes. That was, and Vanderhoff said the same thing. So yeah, I mentioned that in the original hot takes. Feel free to watch that show. It's still on the DEADPIT channel. The original hot takes, numero uno. The third one's the only one I ever cared for.
I mean, yeah. I could go on for days. I could go on for days about that. But I'd rather get to Kevin Smith, who says Clerks 3 is a misunderstood masterpiece.
Yeah, that's a hot take.
Definitely.
I wish that was real. Like,
I'm sure the real Kevin believes that too.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
So took the words out of his mouth. His vegan, skinny ass mouth.
Okay, here's a real one though. Hot take. I think David O. Russell is overrated.
I'm trying to think of all the films he did.
I would have to look it up too, to be honest.
I mean, I really like Three Teens. I think that's a very good film, even with Mark Wahlberg in it and Ice Cube, and the best movie of the year. But I like Three Teens.
Yeah, I'm looking at these movies. He's definitely overrated. Damn.
That's honestly one of the only ones I saw of his. Really.
He's one of those filmmakers where, like, I don't mind his stuff, but I don't ever really look at him as being like one of the best of the best in terms of filmmakers. Not to say that he's bad or anything, but I mean, I never looked at him as like one of the greats or anything. So,
Isn't he also the dude that like screamed at everybody?
Yeah,
like and went off on Lily Tomlin and all that stuff. One of those movies.
Yeah, he's the guy. George Clooney punched him in the face.
Good. That seems like he needed it.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at this. Okay, I heard Huckabee's The Fighter, which I didn't, I guess, mind The Fighter. Silver Linings Playbook is incredibly overrated. American Hustle, I don't give a shit. Joy is awful. That's the fucking one with Jennifer Lawrence where she plays somebody has a mop or something like that. Amsterdam, haven't seen. Yeah.
You didn't like Spanking the Monkey? He did that too.
I mean, I love Spanking the Monkey. Don't get me wrong, but
Wes's.
nah.
Oh God.
No, of course not.
Good God. Don't forget though, from that short though, that our Patreon is so good. You'll play with your bird, and then you'll have to like find somebody else's bird to play with. It's so good, you can't even. You won't even be satisfied playing with your own bird. So join DEADPIT at Patreon.com. Let's see. Yeah, nobody does.
I like the first one, The Conjuring. I think the first one's good.
Holy shit, this is a hot take. I know what you did last summer, 2025 is way better than the previous movies.
Oh my God.
Rambo.
Nah, I mean,
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
No, it's not. It's really
the first
not.
two are not classics, but that new one, you just have to see that CGI Sarah Michelle Gellar drinking and
it's the worst.
And you told me about how it was like 8 ladies die and only one guy dies. I mean, 8 guys die, but only one lady dies.
All of the men in that film are so weak and completely emasculated. Like, it just makes no sense. And I don't care about like female empowerment type stuff. Like, you could do that, but you don't need to emasculate men to do that. Like, you could there's plenty of, I mean, that poster right behind you, Rambo. It's a woman on it. That's a great film.
Yeah,
All the supporting male cast is good. They're memorable characters.
sure.
Like you could do that and it could work, but like it's just so poorly done in that film, and it's exactly what you don't want to do. It was. I mean, that was one of the many things that was wrong with it. I mean, I thought every death scene in it was boring, predictable. There was no suspense. I mean, nothing about it worked. I didn't even care for the makeup effects, practical or not. You mentioned the CGI. It was awful.
I don't even think though nowadays, Mark, that people believe that you can do a female empowerment kind of movie without making the men look like they're just stumbling idiots. Like that seems to be the complete trend. Like if it's going to be some sort of movie like that, like where you have a female protagonist, like every male in it now, it just has to be the biggest dumbass that just relies on them.
Yeah.
And I get it, right? Like it's like they're trying to reverse what they saw as like how films used to be, where the female was dependent on the dude and all that stuff. But it's like,
But that wasn't the case if you ever saw a
well,
slasher film.
it depends on who the fuck's looking at the movie, is what I've come to learn. Like, you know, anybody with some common sense can figure that out, but not everybody has common sense. It's just a lot of people look at it and they're like, they looked at slasher. Well, fucking look at Roger Ebert. I mean, they looked at slasher films and they were like, you know, this is horrible and degrading to women and all this stuff, and completely missed the fact that like everybody that's the hero in that film is always female. Like, and that was probably one of the only times that was happening at that point in time in movies too, where like your lead was a female and they were always like the hero.
Yeah. And like I said, that could have been done in this film. It just he just beat you over the head with it to the point where you're like, this is ridiculous. The situations that the men find themselves in and they can't get out of it, but then the women just overcome no matter what, especially given the fact who the killer is. And I'm not going to spoil that, but it's ridiculous.
Here you go. Here's a super chat. Call me now for your free reading.
Oh my God.
Those commercials are classics.
That was an awesome time period. I guess. Oh, okay. I guess a hot take would be would be Batman and Robin. I heard it was not the most popular, but I saw it with my dad back in the day. And we liked Mr. Freeze, so for sentimental reasons. That movie has like, what would you like? Some sort of vibe to it where it's so hokey and like
campy
and over the top that it is almost enjoyable for those reasons, you know. Like just the Mr. Freeze character alone.
Every line of dialogue is chill out or be cool or some shit like that. It's so bad that like I could watch it and laugh at it just because of how bad it is. Sort of like War of the Worlds.
Yes, it's exactly the same. It's unintentionally, I think, to some degree or another. Like they thought they were making something a lot better than what they made, really.
Since you mentioned that may be a hot take. War of the Worlds may be the best movie of the year.
Yeah. And listen, when you said that, we were talking about this earlier, but I don't disagree with that though. I mean, if you're talking about entertainment value for just like sheer entertainment, then I think it is. I think that War of the Worlds so far has been the most entertaining, unintentionally entertaining movie that I've seen. Because when I watched it, I was like, first of all, you laugh all the way through it. And secondly, you just like, how you just question like how in the hell anybody watched this and just approved it and thought like, but it's on par, man, with like The Room and, you know, Champagne and Bullets and what's the ninja one, the Samurai Cop. It's on the same kind of like level of like awfully bad as those movies, really.
I bet I just started going 10 minutes on the War of the Worlds. That was hilarious.
Here's a good one. Halloween 2 is vastly underrated and is the best one in the series.
Yeah, it was always my favorite. I always thought it was underrated. It was always my favorite. Yeah. That was the first one I saw, so maybe that's a reason as well. But, I like the hospital setting, like the music.
They definitely kicked up the gore.
Yeah, the
like
kills.
That aspect of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't like Jamie Lee Curtis, she's not into that much.
That's true. And it's a good thing, too, because that wig is fucking awful.
I always love the opening of that one a lot.
Mm-hmm. Like, where he's walking through the houses and everything.
Yeah, like it still carries a lot of the same tone and, dare I even say, atmosphere of the original film, where you're just walking with him for about, 5 to 7 minutes. And just seeing everything from his POV. Loomis is running around. The cops are going through the alleyways and everything, trying to find him. So, yeah, I really enjoy the opening of that one quite a bit. I like that the most.
Remember when they totally lifted that for the Halloween remake? Like in the middle of the film where he's like walking through all the houses and killing people and shit. It's almost exactly the same kind of shots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a fun time.
And even Halloween Kills is like, here's Jamie Lee Curtis mostly at a hospital.
Yep. I mean, she's more at that hospital in that movie than she is in the second one, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only see her like 2 or 3 times in the whole fucking movie. This is a hot take. Fuck the shot. Just flat out. Yeah.
Maybe it means the miniseries.
I mean, okay. But I don't know where to go with that, really. That's like...
I love The Shining.
Goblins, you mean the Kubrick one, I'm assuming.
I hope so.
He's got to mean that one.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
I don't even think the other one enters anybody's mind, does it? Like...
Yeah, that's definitely a hot take. I mean, that's not the first time I've seen that, though. I mean, a lot of people seem to hate the pace and just, I guess, maybe the lack of gore and blood, and people want to see more of that kind of thing out of the movie. But it's not that type of film. I mean, I don't know his reasons for disliking it, but I like the film. It's especially Jack Nicholson. I mean, that's the reason to watch. He definitely is the heart and soul of it for me.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I don't mind Shelley Duvall in that movie. A lot of people give her shit, but I think that's an interesting performance, though. Because it's so, like, it's so real. There's probably because it was real. I mean, in terms of like just her being on edge and shit the whole time, you just feel like incredibly nervous. Like there's that scene where she walks up to him and he's at the typewriter and she's like trying to talk to him about, I think it's like having lunch or something like that. And he's just like screaming at her and like telling her not to interrupt. And you can just see like the discomfort hurt. And the on her face.
Yeah. And he's like, now why don't you just get the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
I agree. I've always enjoyed her performance. Sad to see how her life led to. Fuck Dr. Phil. He's a fucking literal dickhead. But
now you can shove a squirrel up an orangutan's ass, but you can't get $5 out of a nickel. He always had those like bullshit sayings and stuff that he would do. Just stuff that didn't make any sense. Was like country ass Texas sayings that he would
just rat on Dr. Phil. How much of an asshole he is. How you feel about him, Mark? Dr. Phil.
You know, I've only seen small clips, and typically it's like the guests that are on the show talking. I never really heard him talk too much. So
for good reason.
I don't have much of an opinion on him.
He'd always have some poor woman on there and he'd be like, now, darling, you've been walking backwards with your ass hanging out for far too long. You're going to run into somebody with a dildo. Like it was always some kind of like saying that was supposed to help, but like Just did no context to anything going on. You can shave a donkey in the winter, but you can't go outside at 5 o'clock. How different? Let's see. I don't think that's a hot take, though. Friday the 13th could definitely be your favorite movie. Friday the 13th is kind of boring. This is a hot take, though. RoboCop 3, I can't even say it. Is better than 2. Damn. Pat, that's...
Go ahead, Mark. You had that reaction.
That's fucking insane.
Why is it insane? I know it is. I'm just asking Mark.
Just all of the obvious things. I mean, here's the thing, and maybe people consider this a hot take. I don't even hate that film, but in no way, shape, or form is 3 better than 2. It's just not. Is it Robert John Burke? Is that who's the guy? Yeah. Okay. Him for one, like he wasn't Weller like at all. And people could say, oh, he's wearing a helmet or a mask or whatever. But still, there's a lot in the performance that's just missing when you watch that film. The recasting, Nancy Allen dying. I mean, I could go on and on. There's so much wrong with that.
You don't like the robot ninjas?
No, I don't. It's
PG-13, the little girl controlling Ed 209 like a loyal puppy.
Yeah, I'll be as loyal as a puppy. It's the equivalent of making Arnold as the Terminator make drapes or whatever he's doing in Dark Fate. It's just as bad.
Oh God. I
You
have to
remember
bring
that
that up. That fucking
I dare somebody to say that's the best Terminator movie in here.
That would be a hot take for sure. Like if anybody brought that out, I would probably ban them at this point.
But I mean, that's not the first time I've heard someone say that they like RoboCop 3 better.
Really?
Yeah, just like for people
this
say
is
that,
legitimately the first time I've heard this.
No, I've heard like there's a few times. Same with they like Ninja Turtles 3 more than the second one.
Man, There's no way. There's no way on that.
That Creature Features movie guy. That's a book I read a lot. He gave the third Ninja Turtles and RoboCop 3 like 3 stars, and the second ones of each one like 1 star.
What the hell, man?
It's like a book Creature Features movie guide or something.
Oh man,
I never understood, but each their own.
Here's another one, Rambo. You're gonna love. Alien 3 is not that bad.
Yeah, it's worse. It's far worse. It's the shit.
It's far worse. I can't top that. Super chat from Business of Fear. Friday the 13th started the slasher boom. Halloween deserves a ton of praise, but Friday deserves the credit. That's actually, I think, true. Yeah. That is like a legitimate, because I mean, Halloween spawned that idea, I think, of the first person killer and all that, but I think Friday the 13th popularized it by the gore and everything. That style of movie. Anyway,
I can agree with that. I just meant as a movie, I don't think it's as classic as some of the other ones.
No.
Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, etc.
See, I kind of agree with this. I don't think this is a hot take. Maybe I'm crazy, but like Urban Legend is my favorite 90s slasher movie.
I always enjoyed it. Fun film.
If it's not my favorite, then it's in like the top 3. I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot of slasher movies in the 90s that are worth shit anyway, but like, I mean, once you take Scream out,
of the post Scream films, it's one of the better ones. It's always been a lot of fun.
Not Dr. Doodles. You like it? Which do you like more, Dr. Doodles or Urban Legend?
Urban Legend for me.
Man. Dr. Giggles. I think,
listen,
I'm going to tell you right now. This might be a hot take. I don't know if it is or not. I think Dr. Giggles might be the most underrated 90s horror film. I'll put it that way. Because what they were going for was just like taking a pun spewing killer with some gimmick that like every slasher film did and just turned it up to like 11,
Mhm.
where everything that comes out of that dude's fucking mouth is some sort of like doctor pun gimmick. And it's
Yeah.
great. It's
Yeah.
like the culmination of everything that slasher films were doing, really.
I enjoy it. The one thing I always wondered, was there more gore that they took out? Because it seems there's a lot of gore missing.
You
Yeah,
can
I
definitely
never shoot
tell.
it.
Yeah, you can tell, like Mark was saying, like, I feel like a lot of the scenes end either quickly or there's something missing from it,
Mhm.
because there's not a lot of gore in that movie at all for a slasher film. You really don't see anything.
There's quite a few quick cuts in that
Yeah.
film where you can tell, like, it's right up into the moment somebody's about to die or they are dying, but you don't see anything. And it just, the way it's edited, you can just kind of tell.
That is a fun movie.
Yeah.
We break for Drake.
I'm not sure if this is a hot take or if this is just him just saying this, but Sinners is my favorite movie. Just
Of
of
the
all
year?
time.
Maybe he means of the year.
You mean the year or the whole?
Maybe it means
like,
all time, Mark.
he means all time. That would be a hot take.
That's definitely a hot take of all time. I don't know about that.
Fuck Sinners.
It's his favorite movie, Matt. You can't say that.
He did like the film. That's fine. I guess the law. I hate the film. But fuck Sinners. I'd rather watch War of the Worlds than Sinners. And yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to go down this road again. I don't know if I want to. Hot take: Rob Zombie gets too much hate as a film director. Sure, he had a few stinkers, but he's not that bad of a director. I beg to differ on all counts. I mean, let me say this too. Not only did I hate that guy 15 years ago, 20 years ago, however long it's been now, it's been over 20 years. Jesus Christ, that's fucked up. But his films don't age well either. Like, even now, if you go back and watch like a lot of those films, like they don't age well at all. I think I actually dislike him more now than I did then, if that's even possible. Like Devil's Rejects is a prime example of that. Like that to me is probably his best overall movie, but like there's a lot of that movie that doesn't hold up now.
So I was curious. You said that before.
Yeah.
What parts don't hold up for you?
I think it's the fake 70s style cinematography that he was doing that really makes that, like, I don't want to go back and watch it. And I really think the only good thing about that movie now is, now that I think about it, is Captain Spaulding and like the one scene in it with Bill Moseley, like the whole hotel sequence with Bill, and then the rest of it is fucking a bunch of cameos and like horror convention guys they got that just strung together. That sucks.
I do like William Forsythe. I kind of wish he was the lead and it followed his character hunting the family down.
Yeah,
that would have been my preferred version, is William Forsythe. Because I think that would have been fun. Like, he's a good guy, but he's like a psycho cop going against a more psychotic family. That just would have been more what I wanted to see. Not, was it making a guy piss himself? And was that the first one or is that the second one?
Making a guy piss himself. I'm trying to figure out which one that was.
Maybe it was the House of a Thousand Corpses. No, wasn't like maybe like Bill Moseley had the family, and then someone come in. He had like a costume on or something.
He was wearing the chick's face. Is that what you're talking about?
I think you're talking about the clown that comes in. That was 3 from Hell.
Oh, no wonder.
When the fucking clown comes in.
Okay. That movie I kind of put out of my mind. 3 from Hell.
I've tried to, but for some reason. So okay, let's take a look at the rest of his films. So House of a Thousand Corpses, I think, might be the only film of his that's underrated. I think that movie actually might be better than anything else he's ever done. At least
despite the ending.
Despite the first half. I think the first half of that movie is better than anything else he's done. Like, I'll just say that way. And then he just loses the whole thing at the end, of course. But then you go forward and it's like you've got 31, you've got Lords of Salem, which I didn't mind that much, but it's whatever. Then you've got from that point on, you got the Halloween remake and fucking you got Halloween 1, you got Halloween 2, all that shit. Just
Monsters.
Fucking no. You got the Haunted World of El Super Beast. Like, no. You've got, what else did he do?
The Monsters.
Hell, fuck no. Like the Monsters. It's like,
What
it's
about
all just,
Werewolf Women of the SS?
I mean, for a 5-minute trailer, yeah, I guess. I'm sure here's the thing about Rob Zombie too, though. Like, as good as that looks in that trailer, he would figure out a way to fuck that movie up. It's an unfuckable up movie, but he would make it bad through the dialogue and like everything. It would just be awful. Be werewolves screaming about skull fucking somebody to death the whole time.
Nicolas Cage screaming. That was the best part of that trailer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't do this tonight. I can't even read that. Somebody else want to read that?
Glenn Harris says Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 is better than the original.
Not the first time I've seen that. I've heard that quite a few times. No, I've seen people say that quite a few times, especially in here.
I like both, but I do think the original is better. But I actually I like the remake, but I don't think it's better than the original. I think the original just has that right. It's a horror film that gives you a feeling that, at least from all the ones I've seen, you rarely feel. Like, it just has that lightning strike of, it's weird to say, danger, grit that you can't replicate.
Yeah, the look of it. I mean, it's pure time capsule. The film stock, what they shot it on, the time period, the way people acted back then.
One of
There's
the
so
only
many things.
One of the only films that probably freaked me out a bit, at least. Very few. But the original was a classic.
Yeah.
Although I guess a hot take, I'll say, that's not my favorite Tobe Hooper film. It's The Mangler.
Damn.
The Mangler is my favorite Tobe Hooper.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's definitely a hot take. And I like The Mangler quite a bit.
That's one of those things. I like how weird it is.
I don't think that they're like, at any given time, I could make a case that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the best horror film ever made. Like, there are other movies that I personally like more, like, horror films, I mean, but just objectively looking at that movie, like, as compared to other, horror films, I could make a case for that movie easily being the best horror film ever made. For exactly the reason you just said. Number one, that might be the most realistic feeling and unsettling movie ever made.
You see that?
It just doesn't even really feel like a movie. It feels like you're watching a bunch of crap happen that you shouldn't be watching to a bunch of people that aren't really like actors. They don't seem like actors. It never comes across as like that anybody in that film is doing any acting. And I don't know if that's because they suck or if it's just because like they're really that good, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel a certain way about that. And the fucking remake, the 2003 remake, we did a whole show about that. If anybody wants to hear about that, I could go on for days.
The feelings still haven't changed all these years later.
God, no. God, no. If anything, it's worse.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe that's a hot take for me. I like that film.
Yeah.
There you go. And I said this before in the last show, similar thing. I mentioned the Hills of Eyes remake. I prefer that over the original.
And The Last House, right? The remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like The Last House on the Left original, and I hate The Hills of Eyes original. I would much prefer the remakes to both of them. I think they're better acted. I like their style more. Last House on the Left, I don't like the humor. I think it doesn't fit.
What's funny about that is I remember them saying something like they were trying to do that to kind of break up how serious everything was, but it actually makes it worse. It just seems like everybody's crazier than fuck. Just going around listening to, you know, it doesn't help that part of it. Super chat though, this is killer. Sam Neal says, this is a quote. Where's the episode of Stranger Things where Winona Ryder's smoking crack and she doesn't give a shit about the Demogorgon anymore? It's Tim Dillon quote. I would watch that.
Is Winona Ryder known for smoking crack, or
probably known for shoplifting and doing all kinds of other shit?
I heard the shoplifted. I know about the crack.
Some of these though, I'm just not seeing as like hot takes. So forgive me if I skip over them, but like it, there's a lot of them, but some of them I just don't think are
right.
See.
Well, Mark, have you thought of one hot take?
Since we've been on, no, and I was not prepared.
This is your idea.
It is.
Damn it!
But let me see. No, I mean, if I think of something over the course of the show, I'll give one. I know you got a few, Rambo. Maybe you could give a couple.
I'd be curious. I'd be curious.
I'm curious to see what you got on there.
Like, what would be a hot take from you at this point?
Yeah.
Let's see. I like the second French Connection more than the first one.
Okay. I mean, all right. Isn't he in like a coma for most of that movie though? The second one, or he's like,
no, it's. I thought it was an interesting story. It's him. They drug him up, and he's able to fight through it because he gets kidnapped, and they drug him up, and then he's lost in France, and it's like a fish out of water story. I like John Frankenheimer's direction. The ending was like kind of like a POV of him. He actually gets the guy at the end. Plus, I like Gene Hackman. He had to depend on his own. I just felt more danger for him because he was a fish out of water. He had no one else to help him. He couldn't understand the language. I kind of like the idea of him getting taken and drugged up, and I thought that was a bit of an interesting take on it, the way that played out. So I don't hate the first one. It just the second one I thought I was even more interested in.
I'm sensing a pattern here now, though. I just don't think you like William Friedkin movies. I think we need to go ahead and like get that out of the way.
I like The Hunted. I like Jade. I like To Live and Die in LA. I like.
All right. That is definitely a hot take, though. I will give you that.
Michael Mann's better than William Friedkin.
Now listen, motherfucker. We're not going to sit in here and have this conversation.
That's my hot take. Michael Mann, I think, is better than William Friedkin. There you go.
I don't think that would be a hot take for a lot of people. I think it'd be the other way around. But here's my hot take. Michael Mann sucks dick. That's not a hot take anymore. I've said that 1,000,000 times. Most James Wan movies are mid, except Malignant. All right, so let's see. There's Saw. There's Conjuring. There's what was the other
Death
big one?
Sentence.
Insidious.
Dead Silence.
Dead Silence. Death Sentence. Those are all mid except Malignant. Okay, I'll grant you this. Like Saw is kind of overrated. And The Conjuring is fucking done to death now. Insidious, same way. Dead Silence, I think is underrated, but whatever. Death Sentence is slightly underrated too.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
don't,
so.
I don't know. I think he's got a couple of good movies in there.
Yeah, I like a lot. I like some of his movies.
I like his stuff too, but I will say Malignant, since that's come out, I mean, that has become my favorite movie of his.
Isn't that crazy too? Because it's the most like insane, just like I
Yeah.
don't know, un-PC, almost unwatchable
Hmm.
in a lot of ways of his films. But yeah, something about the fact that he made that movie when he did that makes it even better too. Like right in
Yeah.
the middle of all these like blockbuster films, he's just like, I want to make this crazy ass movie that's like Basket Case.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because I think that was one of his only one that's actually really flopped. Like it was not a success at all.
Yeah.
So
Well, people are dumb though. They love shit like the 8 versions of The Conjuring. They don't like anything like that.
yeah.
Cinema Attack says, I actively hate Shyamalan's Unbreakable. Maybe that's all it take. It kind of is, yeah.
That kind of is. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I mean, yeah. I think that's my favorite Shyamalan movie.
Mine too.
So,
It was, but then I saw Glass, and it's just like you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, kind of thing. Like,
I'll never watch Glass. Then I'll just go ahead and tell you.
don't just fucking don't. I hate Glass so much.
I just ignored Glass. I don't think it doesn't exist.
It's kind of hard to do that though. Once you see it and you know what happens to everyone. And
Well, that's the case, and I would hate Aliens because of Alien 3. So I just ignore it.
yeah, but at least Ripley still comes back. Like, you know
To
what
die.
I mean? Does she die in Resurrection?
That's not Ripley. That's a shitty clone. Fucking
Well, it's still Sigourney Weaver. You know what I mean?
acting fucking weird and throwing at basketballs.
That's such a weird movie, though. Just all over the place. When they're swimming around, them fucking CG swimming aliens come after them. I hate that shit. Bronson Rato says, if any of you had the opportunity to interview Wes Craven, what would you ask him or what would you say to him about his filmmaking? We almost did. That's the really fucked up part. We got a hold back in the original like DEADPIT days of his, I don't know who it was, his agent or manager or something like that. And they were like, I'm trying to remember how that conversation went, but it wasn't like they just didn't hang up or anything like that, but they were, I guess, like thinking about it or something at that point, and we thought that it might happen, and it just never did. I mean, we had a whole thing, like a whole ton of questions set up to ask him and everything for when that we thought that was going to happen, but I guess the main question I would ask him would be like, how did he know when it was time to like reinvent what he was doing? Because he does that 3 separate times in his career. You know, he goes from like the exploitation phase and then does Nightmare on Elm Street, which reinvents him, then goes through all that shit and then does Scream, which reinvents everything. Like, how did he know the times to do that? How did he know like how to go about that?
Yeah, I would probably ask him what drew him to horror specifically. Like, because it was a genre that he had success in early on with the original like Hills and Last House, but like, why did he never get out of it? I mean, I guess he tried with, what was the music of the heart or whatever?
Music.
Yeah,
Music.
with Meryl Streep.
Yeah, I mean, but still in between, I guess he did Red Eye, which is kind of more of a thriller, but still, like, I would say, 95% of his career, he did horror. What was it that drew him to the genre and the sort of violence that he sort of created and came up with? Like, he didn't grow up watching movies. I remember seeing that on one of those documentaries about him. Like he had no sense of like cinema or stuff like that because he couldn't go. He wasn't allowed to do that. Like I'd like to know all about his love for the genre and if he had any inspirations, because again, he didn't grow up watching everybody else. So he just kind of drew from his own original ideas.
Yeah, I mean, his family were what, like intensely religious or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. He never even saw horror films or anything.
Yeah.
Which actually might be the best way to go about making horror films, because nowadays everybody has seen every fucking horror film from the 70s and 80s, and the films they make are trash because of that. Really. They're just repeating stuff that they've seen like 1,000 times.
Just the two questions I would ask. Number one, you had thoughts of making a Shocker franchise. What would you have done if the first one was a hit? Because I would have been curious what ideas he had. And the second is, let's have a full like podcast conversation. What happened during Cursed?
That would be great. Yeah, well, that would have been definitely something that we would have talked about.
Yeah, what is the full story of Cursed? How far? What was the story? Why did it change? Who was fired? Who was hired?
Yeah.
Just, how much of the film was made before you had to? And obviously Weinstein, the details of how he meddled.
I can't remember. One of them talked. I don't know if it was Craven or maybe somebody that worked on the original film talked about that in pretty good detail.
Was it what's that guy's name? He did Drive Angry, became a director. He did the
Patrick Lussier.
Yeah, was it him? Because I think he was
I think so. I think it might have been him.
Because he worked with Wes a lot. I think he worked on that film.
He was his editor on like majority of his stuff.
Yeah. Because that film sucks, but that behind the scenes sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they reshot like pretty much the majority of the movie. I think everything was done except like they had a few pickup shots, and then like some effects stuff wasn't completed. And I don't think the score was done either. But yeah, the other version of it is out there somewhere in the Weinstein vault, which I don't know where that would be now.
Wherever it is, it's awful sticky, I'm sure. Hot take. This is a hot take. Aside from the first 10 minutes, Halloween Resurrection's pretty good.
I know. I always thought about Busta Rhymes in that, and I realized the reason I enjoyed it is much like why I enjoyed Ice Cube and War of the Worlds, because of just I like. And listen, in all sincerity, I know it's not a good performance, but it was so entertaining.
Yep,
just he's like a shark.
He's the only part about that movie worth watching to me. It's just like just to see him do those lines. But like every other part of that movie is awful and boring, and like just that mask and that setup and the other characters, you can't remember a single one of them.
I don't mind the mask. I like it more than the H2O mask.
Well, there's like 3 different H2O masks. One of them
like 50 masks
on his fucking head.
Okay, I like it better than like the Halloween 5 mask. And
you don't like a raven-headed mask?
That's terrible.
I guess that is
mask.
Is that the one where he's got like the slick back? Like it's like
it's one where he looks
he's
like
got a bunch of gel in his hair.
I didn't think of that, yeah.
Oh man.
Hot take, Hellraiser 3 is the best of the series. I could say that that's okay. I mean, because Hellraiser 3 is not a horrible movie.
Right.
I don't think it's the best in the series, but I mean, I could see why somebody else would like it.
Yeah, I liked it as well.
Not like Halloween Resurrection.
I like
wrap my brain around that.
Is it the best in the series though? Because he says the best, meaning like it's better than the first one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Really?
No. I don't
okay.
think that, but I'm just saying. I could see how somebody could think that. I mean, because it's not a bad movie or anything.
Like Resurrection.
Oh fuck.
The ending is kind of bad though. Of Hellraiser 3. It's still fun.
I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not because a lot of people think this. Ty West is overrated. His movies insist upon themselves. I don't know what that means, but the
Yeah,
Ty West is overrated part.
I like Maxine. I like The Sacrament. There's other directors I would pick, like Ari Aster. Fuck him. I saw that movie he did, Eddington. Jesus, with Pedro Pascal.
I saw the thumbnail. I saw your displeasure just off that.
Oh my god! If you want to have Ari Aster's version of the pandemic, because
Why isn't anybody like? Has anybody has a burn just never started calling him Harry Astor? Because that would be like.
No, I called him like Harry Astor in the review or something.
Okay, there we go. I was wondering if anybody did that yet.
I did, because fuck him. I hate his movies.
Okay, but Ty West, is he overrated though? Because like, I mean, does anybody really know who the fuck that guy is aside from like major horror fans?
I don't love all of his films. I don't know if I'd call him overrated. He's barely rated.
I don't think that trilogy of films is that good together, but I think there are parts of those films that are some of the better stuff that's been made in the last 10 years, let's say. Felsher's in here. He wasn't here. I'm like 20 minutes behind on this chat. Uncle Bill loves rom-coms.
Yeah, you ranted about When Harry Met Sally and all that stuff. Beaches.
Fucking beaches, man.
Beaches.
That's not a hot take. That's 100% true at this point. Syndrome's overrated.
Yeah.
Listen, at this point in time in the past year, that might be one of the truest statements that I've seen.
I don't know if these would be hot takes, but I put them on here. I like the two Collector films more than any of the Saw films. And
those are really fun.
This was popular for a time, that Bill and Ted Face the Music. I thought that film sucked. The Bill and Ted 3. Just people were blowing that up.
Dude, I tried to watch that movie and got about 10 minutes into it, and I just had to turn it off. I'm like, this is sad, and it's depressing me, and I don't need that in a Bill and Ted movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much by the end, the daughters took all their shit away. They did everything in 15 minutes what those two tried to do in 2 movies before.
Yeah.
Because the men suck.
Oh.
That was great.
Super chats. Society is the most underrated 90s horror movie. You know what? I could make a case for that. I
thought that was 89.
I think it's 90. I think it's 90.
Yeah, I'd say it's underrated for sure. I think, because I don't see most people talking about it. It's mostly like in our circles, like horror fans, pretty much like they talk about it quite a bit. But I can see that.
This is from before. No, Rob Zombie gets the right amount of hate as a director. Jesus.
I guess this would be another hot take. Someone mentioned something like this. Blade Runner 2049 I like more than the first one. It's too long, but as a story and the characters, I like it more than the first one. The first Blade Runner is okay, but I was never in love with it like other people. Great visuals, great music, but that's actually one of my least favorite Harrison Ford roles. I think he's boring as the character. Just the way it's written. And his romance sucks. What's the girl's name? Einhorn from Ace Ventura. Sean Young.
Oh, yeah, Sean Young. I was like, Finkel and Einhorn and Finkel.
I don't think they had chemistry in that film. And I like the sequel more. Again, the sequel's too long, but
Your number's still 911. All righty then. You talk about underrated. That movie might still be underrated. That movie is amazing.
It's hilarious.
Let's see. I'm trying to get further through the chat so I can get kind of caught up because I'm like 20 minutes behind. So hold on. Hot take. Most hot takes are just people taking a stand against something popular for the sake of controversy.
No, I believe what I say.
I'll give you another hot take, bub. Virtue signaling doesn't go well in here.
Mark, have you thought of one yet?
I'm trying to think of ones that I haven't said already. I don't think. No, because I mentioned Star Wars last time.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to hear me bitch about that. I always talk about Day of the Dead being the best of the Dead trilogy. Well,
you do like Face Off.
Is that a hot take?
I mean, not really. Okay, here's a hot take.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. The Police Academy movies are some of the best comedies of the 80s.
Which ones?
All of them.
Not like this last one.
Through,
yeah, I was just thinking the last one is
not Mission to Moscow.
1 through 6.
I'll give you the first 4. I can't go through 5 and 6.
You're going to 6.
They go to the beach in Miami.
Yes, they're going to fucking Miami. Yep. The Assignment Miami Beach. We're fucking doing that one. Yep.
And City Under Siege.
City Under Siege is great. I saw it at the theater. I love that movie.
Did you really see that in the theater?
I really saw that in the theater. Yeah.
Wow.
How many of those did you see in the theater?
Oh man, like at least a couple of them. I saw 4. I know because that's Citizens on Patrol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one in the theater. What was 5? Is that Miami Beach?
Miami Beach, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw that one too. I think it must have been 4, 5, and 6. Like, I saw all those.
Cool.
Because they brought in 5. Isn't that when they bring in? God, that fucking I hated that guy. Like he's supposed to be the Steve Guttenberg ripoff guy.
Oh,
the lead in that. You know who I'm talking about?
I can't think of his name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Matt McCoy?
Something like that. Yeah, he kind of sucks, like in my opinion. But like, they were just trying to find somebody that was like, okay, here's like the new Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah,
role.
He wasn't as good. It's one of the reasons why I didn't care for 5 or 6. You don't have the Goot.
No, the Goot was not loose.
He's not.
I think that could actually be easily true. As being the scariest, anyway.
That's interesting.
Because it's the most serious of any of them, to be honest.
More serious than the first one?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, in the first one, there's just as much humor in the first and the second one, which is very little. But like to me, Freddy is much like his eyes and the design and everything is much darker than part 1.
To see that, yeah.
Freddy's Nightmares is a good show and is a good bridge between movies 5 and 6. Fuck. I don't know about Freddy's Nightmares. Like,
yeah.
The only one I remember is the pilot. I don't remember any other episodes.
I remember a couple, but they're not like I wouldn't consider it to be good. I mean, I don't really care for 5 and 6 anyway, so I'm probably the wrong person to talk about it.
Here's a hot take. There will never be another movie franchise as successful as Star Wars. Well, I mean, you'd have to make 57 different spinoffs for that to even be a possibility.
So Avatar, which there'll be like, they're making more money and there'll be like 8 of them.
because okay, there was how many fucking Star Wars movies are there now? There's what, 9
Too
now?
many.
Just 9 regular Star Wars movies, right? And
Yes.
then you've got at least 20 different spin-offs of like different shows or movies or like
Yeah. Rogue One. You had the Han Solo prequel. Yeah, various TV shows.
yeah, like all it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if something else would have to come along and like to where they could market it and do 1,000 different like spin-offs of it for that to be the case.
Hmm.
This is a hot take though. Massacre Video has the fastest shipping ever. Yeah. I'm never getting any of that stuff I ordered. I know it.
Never.
Hot take. Uncle Bill's actually from Seattle. The accent is fake.
That'd be
That's true.
amazing. Talk
That
about
would-
living the gimmick.
Listen, that'd be the greatest work of all time if we were just like doing these accents for like 20 years. Never know. Could be like Usual Suspects kind of thing.
I got one just
Okay.
because of somebody in the chat brought this up. I'm not sure where you are because I know you're a little behind, but it's a bit further down. Somebody mentioned Dexter Resurrection, the new season that's on right now. Their hot take was that it was better than the last season, which was New Blood. My hot take would be that Resurrection is the best season of Dexter, period.
Damn.
Really?
I kept trying to think about like why I thought that way and why I was enjoying it so much, but when you have such a eclectic cast and the characters and just everything, the way it's flowing, the editing, the use of real music, not focusing on characters that like are okay, but you'd rather just watch Dexter. It more so follows him. I mean, if you're watching the show, you want to watch the title character. Like he's the reason you watch. And this one is like sort of having like a POV camera, like right on his shoulder. Like you're just with him so much. And I just enjoy all the tense situations. And like I said, the actors, I mean, for instance, this one episode was, I think it was episode 4, where they were all around the table. And I thought I was going to hate Peter Dinklage in it, but he actually didn't annoy me. So I was like, this is kind of cool. So yeah, Peter Dinklage, James Remar, Michael C. Hall, who is Dexter, Kristen Ritter, Neil Patrick Harris, David Desmalchin. I mean, list goes on. And I'm just looking, I'm like, this works. Like all these actors are really good in their roles. They're bringing something to it. It's got better gore, better effects than the other shows. Not to say that those were bad, those other seasons, but I just enjoy it a lot more. And I can't even say it's a return to form because I just think it's better than the original show. So that's my hot take.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Uma Thurman. That's another person that was in there as well. She's in the show too. She's really good in it.
Now I have to try to watch that. Home Alone 3 is underrated.
Yeah, I don't.
It's quite the turn.
I think it's justly rated for where it is. I mean, considering the other films, like the sequels that come after 4 or 5, whatever, like, I guess it's better than those, but I don't know about underrated.
Rambo, you probably speak to this. What do you think? Albert, how do you pronounce his last name? Pien was a good director, but was dealt shitty by producers.
I mean, there's only 3 films of his I liked: Cyborg, Nemesis, and Dollman. The others, not so much. I don't know. He did that Captain America movie in the 90s. He did Tip Boxer 2. He did fucking some of those later Nemesis. No, I don't. He made a lot more bad than good. And I mean, you can make a couple films I like. That doesn't mean you're automatically a good director. At least in my eyes. I'm sure there's a lot of people who you do think of bad directors, but there's one or two films of theirs you like.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh shit, bulls. Bobby Reynolds up.
all right.
Hot patty take makers movie. I'm the only in this group that likes to watch MLP. The two Scooby-Doo WWE movies are my favorite, fun and entertaining, especially with the sequel with Undertaker Racing. What is MLP?
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony. Fuck. Why didn't I put that together?
Never
But
saw the Scooby-Doo WWE movies.
Me neither.
I love My Little Pony with Applejack and those other ones.
I watch them over John Cena.
Mm.
I'm never. Yeah, it's not for me. It's just like John said, he's not for me either. Although Undertaker Racing sounds kind of funny.
I wish he'd race right off a fucking cliff. Lord.
What happened now? I want to hear what happened.
It's just, man.
I want to hear this.
Like, that dude should have never broken kayfabe. He should have just stayed. He should have fucking retired and went away and just fucking never, because he's just him and his fucking wife, man, and that nepotism shit he's doing. So he gets her into the Hall of Fame. Nobody thought she should be in the Hall of Fame. She sucked ass as a wrestler. That's number one. Then he's got a really popular show a lot of people like. It's got a guy on there that nobody really knows. I think his name's Matt too.
Oh yeah, like, former co-host.
Yeah, and then what's he do? He fucking kicks him off and gets his dumbass wife on there to be the new co-host, and she's awful at it, fucking horrible. Then, like right around that same time, they've got that show where they're like training all these like wrestlers, and Mickey James is the female trainer. And he gets her kicked off there and gets his wife to be the new. It's like, dude, we get it. You are pussy whipped and like whatever. But like, you should have just stayed. He should have never talked. That's a hot take. Undertaker should have never talked. Like after he left WWE,
wow.
He should have kept that gimmick till the end of time, until he died, and just fucking just rode that out. Protect the business, please. Just start protecting it again, fucker, because I can't stand anything else from that guy. Like, no more.
Wow, he did all that for his wife? I didn't follow all this.
Yeah, every single... Well, I mean, I don't know that for certain, but come on. Like, she doesn't have any pull. Like, that's the only way that she got any of that stuff. Nobody gives a shit about Michelle McCool. They haven't given a shit about her for 20 years.
Right.
Anyway, I'm done with that rant. When are you going to review Happy Gilmore 2 and Alien or never? Okay.
And I haven't been requested, so you sent some PayPal money.
I'm not sure this is a hot take. I think this is pretty much true. Any movie that would be R-rated would probably be better than like a PG-13.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Better, sure. Good, who knows? Probably not, but
let's see. Steven Seagal should have won at least one Academy Award. Killer.
Just for the ponytail.
All right. I have probably this might be the hardest question I've ever asked you on here. If Steven Seagal was to win an Academy Award, right? If you had to pick the one performance that he should or like could have possibly like been nominated for an Academy Award, what would it be?
Out for Justice for that Brooklyn accent. The Bobby Lupo. Is it
Richie?
Yeah. They want my Richie did Bobby Lupo. You fuck nuts. Who the boxer? You the boxer? You tough guy. So
I'm trying to think. Like when I think about his performances, they all like blend into my mind. They're like the same performance.
because
But that was
they are
different,
pretty
Alfred
much.
Justin. That was different with
Yeah, the
Brooklyn.
accent.
That's the only
Yeah.
one, yeah, that is slightly different.
I want the one with screw face. What was that one? Marked for Death?
Yeah, Mark for
Yeah.
Death.
By
It
the
depends.
beach?
I mean, if you go to the direct review, there's some where he talks like he's a black guy. There's some that he talks like he's a Cajun guy.
There's somewhere he doesn't even get up out of his seat, from what I understand. I mean, he's basically just
Yeah.
rolling around.
Sniper, special ops. Most of it is him sitting down. He's a fat ass.
Thank you, Marco. I agree with you. I do have the best hair on YouTube. And Rambo might have the best beard.
I wish.
Let's see.
But thank you, Jason.
This is interesting. The 90s is the worst decade for comedies due to diarrhea/laxative gags. Yeah, I kind of agree with this because it's that idea of like the gross out humor. Like that was the after American Pie and like stuff like that. Like that was the only fucking. That was the late 90s, I guess. Let's say after like Dumb and Dumber, that might have been the thing that like really popularized.
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I don't like that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. I mean, I think this decade is definitely worse because the 90s, you still have Ace Ventura, you still have Tommy Boy, you still have Happy Gilmore, you still have The Birdcage, you still have, there's tons of comedies each year that I could mention that I thought were pretty funny. I mean, you had the start of like Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Jim Carrey.
I mean, nowadays they don't even make comedies that I know. I mean, they make The Naked Gun was like the first true comedy they'd made in fucking forever that I could think of.
Yeah.
They just don't make them because number one, you can't make anything funny now without offending 45 different groups, and then say they don't make money usually. So there's no point for the studios now. But I definitely don't think the 90s was the worst decade just because of that. But I get where this is coming from because that gross out humor thing got old really fucking quick. Like every
definitely. Well, you mentioned American Pie, and that was like 99.
Yeah.
But it sort of was like the rebirth of all those sex comedies that would follow in the 2000s. And that was a rough period. But there was some good stuff amongst all the bad. But yeah, I wouldn't say 90s.
Mark Lights Freddy got fingered.
So random. Somebody typed that.
No, I reviewed that recently, so it's in my mind, and that's a very juvenile movie. So I'm like, maybe Mark Lights Freddy got fingered.
I don't really have much of an opinion on that film.
I mean, I love that movie because it's another movie that's like, it's not even a movie really. It's just Tom Green like doing whatever the hell he wants.
It's Tom Green being Tom Green. So
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that he was able to get away with all that shit.
When I watched that movie, that was the main thought that I had was like, this guy completely punked out an entire studio and got them to make this movie of him just jacking around with his friends or whatever. They funded the whole thing, not knowing that it was a complete joke. Like everything he did in that movie.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Hot take. Slippy's episodes are by far the best episodes of DEADPIT. I don't think that's a hot take at this point, really. It's a super chat frame by frame. I want to ask the gang what they think of this year in terms of movies so far. Oh God. What they think it's in there twice. Okay. Rambo, you said before you thought this might be the worst year for movies, period.
I mean, close. Yeah, I just think of it this way. Think of 1989. You think of the summer movies, whether they were sequels or not. Ghostbusters 2, License to Kill, Back to the Future 2, Batman, Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, Honey and Shrunk the Kids. Just more movies. And then this summer you had Fantastic Fuckstick, you had Superman, you had Jurassic World 7. The hell else do you even have?
You had 20 years later.
Oh yeah, with the Power Rangers. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Like when you look at, it's like this to me is like the year when studios didn't know what to do, so they just did the same thing they do all the time, but it didn't work. Like they released all the same shit. Like they did the sequels, they did the remakes, they did the Marvel movies and the DC, and like none of it worked really, or at least it didn't work like as well as it ever had. And like I just feel like they don't know what to do, and so now it's just they're stuck in this cycle of just doing the same thing, and it's not doing any. It's not everything's bombing now,
Mm-hmm.
and they just have no idea how to pull up the nose.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this year and I'm like, you had 3 Popeye horror films. You had Thunderbolts. You had G20, which was if Air Force One was woke. You had Minecraft. You had Final Destination 6 or whatever.
Yep.
The Weeknd had a movie that was awful called Hurry Up Tomorrow. You had Lilo and Stitch crappy remake, Snow White crappy remake. You had, like, the list goes on. Made in 2.0. I mean, Superman sucked in my opinion. Fantastic Four was boring. I mean, I was a kid where it's a bad movie, but like War of the Worlds was like one of the more entertaining films this year. I mean, he's got Rescue by Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. There's nothing that seems like
I don't think they have. I don't think they know what they're going to do. At this point, we're in this like just weird space where nothing that used to work is working, and they don't know what to do next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the Minecraft movie still being the highest grossing film of the year is pretty depressing.
It is, because that movie is fucking awful.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, go ahead, sorry.
No, just I was gonna say, I mean, just like it's as I was watching that movie, I was just like thinking to myself, like, this is like a movie made for an alien race or something. Like, this doesn't even register in my mind as a movie. It's like so ADHD crazy. Like, it's like people just snorted pixie sticks before they made that fucking movie. So everything is just hyper and just colors and exaggerated and just people screaming and overacting, and it's just the worst.
Yeah, the highest grossing films of this year is a Minecraft movie, Lilo and Stitch, Superman, Jurassic World 7,
Sinners.
Fuck okay, Sinners. Yeah. Fantastic Four, How to Train Your Dragon remake, Captain America, Brave New World, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, and Thunderbolts. Yep. That's a year.
That pretty much sucks.
And there are films that I've enjoyed this year. I liked F1 with Brad Pitt. I liked Magazine Dreams. I liked some other stuff, but it's like it's not a whole lot. Fuck Eddington.
Bloody fuck Eddington. I don't think this is a hot take, but I think I agree with this. The Night Flyer is one of the best Stephen King adaptations, as well as vampire movies. It's definitely one that will never ever get any kind of recognition, because I'm pretty sure that's one that like Donald Rubenstein owns. I'm sorry, Richard Rubenstein.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it's never been out on anything. So you'll never get a chance to see it.
Yeah, I always enjoyed Miguel Ferrer's role in that. He's really solid. I mean, he's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, he's passed away now, but pretty much anything he was in, I always enjoyed for the most part.
Mm. What do y'all think about this? I never watched this show, but Mark, you might have. Rambo, you might have. I don't know. Mads Mikkelsen, Hannibal is better than Anthony Hopkins.
I didn't watch all of that show. I've seen some of it. I think he was solid as the character. I don't know if I'd say he's better than Hopkins.
I don't know how you get better than that, really. That's like one of the best performances of all time.
Yeah, it's not even really the same in a lot of ways, like at least to me. There's not many parallels other than like the name and a few other character traits, but yeah, that's a show I'll have to go back to at some point.
This is from earlier, but it's funny. You never hear anyone say at Christmas, "Hey, let's watch Home Alone 3."
No, never.
Super chat. I feel like we haven't gotten the perfect Batman actor in live action yet. I like Keaton in the role, but Kevin Conroy is still my favorite Batman who provided the voice. Who's some actors you guys would like to see as Batman? Good question.
Steven Seagal.
Hell yeah, bring it on.
No.
Not now. Steven Seagal. Let's bring Steven Seagal back from like 1992.
Say he can't fit in the suit now.
Yeah, there's no.
Which at one point they wanted him in for the first one, because Above the Law had come out and was a hit.
Oh God!
Just like he was going to be the lead in Predator 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thankfully, that didn't happen either.
yeah.
Actors. For Batman. Okay, so
I will agree highly about Conroy, though. His voice in those movies, it's perfect. I'm trying to think live action, though. Who hasn't had a shot at it already?
You got to think about, like, I guess, newer actors now.
Right.
That's the hard part for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even like that many new actors, but
that's the main problem. Like who could they get now? Like, there's not really much to choose from. It's slim pickings. Like,
so you got that one guy. It's Dennis Quaid's son. That's the immediate one that came to my mind.
oh, Jack Quaid.
Like Jack Quaid, yeah. But I don't think he fits Batman. But he's a decent enough actor. Who's somebody that's like an action style? Fuck, man.
Nowadays,
That's
They don't make action movies anymore.
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I kind of want them to take a break from Batman for a bit, honestly. I'm fine if they do the sequel to the Batman, which I know Mark hated, but after that, like, take a break.
Yeah, I'm not excited to see James Gunn's version of Batman, whatever he's.
Is there going to be a James Gunn version of Batman now?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
He's controlling like the DC stuff, so yeah.
Listen,
I mean, he's not. I don't think he's going to direct it, but he's going to have a hand in it for sure.
Everybody should probably be over James Gunn by now, right? I mean, that style, it's like that style had its place and its time, and that's done. Like, just you got to move on, and somebody else has to kind of come into that. It's not him. He's not the guy.
For what, movies in general, or DC, or what do you mean? Like,
Just, I think for movies in general, like, so, every now and then a director comes along and they have a very specific style of like writing and like the way they direct and things like that. And like that gets popular as it did with like Guardians of the Galaxy and that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you can't translate that to every fucking movie. It just doesn't work. And then people just get tired of it because they've heard it so many times, that same kind. You mean, fuck, man, look what happened with Shane Black. It's the same in the 80s. It's the same kind of thing. Like, he did that. for a long period of time there, the same kind of style like movies, and then it just like it got copied a million times by other people, and then it just burned out that whole idea, and that just kind of went away. I just don't think you got to move on at this point to something else.
No, I agree with that, but well, I mean, I don't know. Movies in general, fuck it.
That should be the quote of the night. Movies in general, fuck it. Yeah,
I can't think of anything.
Pretty much,
because I don't know the list, but I was just off going through like what films come out this year, and I mean next year, and it's like just Hollywood should just shut down for.
They should take a break.
Yeah, for like 5 years. Don't make any more movies. Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
I think it's about that time, for Hollywood just to.
That's what it feels like. Like, does it feel like with the general audience? Like, there are people that watch movies, but it seems like there's more and more people that's like, I don't give a fuck about. I got enough older movies I could watch, or YouTube. I watch YouTube more than movies.
Well, you were looking at the highest grossing stuff a minute ago.
Yeah.
And what was like the number? I mean, I'm sure that's not even that high. It's probably not over 600.
Minecraft in the US was 4 something.
There you go. So like,
US.
And then it's only going to go down from there because that stuff will be lower. So it's like, movies, even the highest grossing stuff isn't even as high as it was in previous years. So there's something going on. Like, it's a clear sign things are on the decline and have been for a while. And I would agree this year has been pretty awful.
The times they are changing.
Yeah.
I honestly I was looking up just to see what are the most popular actors right now, and the first 10 of these people I fucking hate, so I don't know.
Okay.
So check this out. I looked up a list of who just popular actors from 2025. This is the list in terms of the way that they're ranked on here, and you tell me what you think. Because I can't.
Okay.
So, number 1, Chris Hemsworth. No. He's no. Number 2, Pedro Pascal. Fuck no. Number 3, Tom Holland. No. Number 4, Tom Hardy. No. Number 5, Brad Pitt. Fuck no. 6, Chris Pratt. No. William Dafoe. None of these people fit. Jake Gyllenhaal's number 8. Now listen.
We already know.
What is Jake Gyllenhaal made that would necessitate him to be number 8 on this list?
Roadhouse.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Yeah, that's what put him over the.
I mean, I don't mind Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt.
Wait, though, so Brad Pitt, though, I mean, what's wrong with him? I've liked the majority, if not damn near everything he's done.
I like Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, I don't know. It's just for some reason doesn't fit Batman to me, and I don't think he would ever do it anyway.
Oh, you talking about fitting Batman? I thought.
Yeah, I'm still on the Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you mean actors in general. These are the popular actors.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
just
thought too.
Trying to shoehorn one of these people into.
No, I don't see any of them as Batman. No, I agree with that.
Okay.
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe. Yeah, he's in there. He's number 7.
Who the fuck said that?
YouTube glitching probably. Hobble one.
Why are my comments getting erased? Because we hate you. They're not. Nobody's erasing your comments.
Nah.
Let's see. The biker Undertaker gimmick. No, Steven Seagal should not make any cameos in anything. Steven Seagal should go the fuck away and live in Russia or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Putin these days.
Yeah, you know it's bad when they're making a Practical Magic 2 for all three of you that remember there's a Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, who the
What?
hell?
The Nicole Kidman movie.
Oh my god.
Who asked for that shit? In Violent Nature is the best horror film of the current decade. All right.
I like the film, but not the current decade.
No, definitely not.
I mean, I guess the past 5 years, best horror film, maybe The Substance.
Somebody put, I think it was the same guy put as another like hot take that The Substance just had good effects and wasn't a good movie.
That's a hot take for sure.
Here he is with the super chat. A movie you love where the lead was miscast. That's easy for me. That's
okay.
It has to be a movie that I love, though.
Yeah, but that's
what's yours then?
Easy for me to pick because I love this movie, but it's like he was not the guy. Sorcerer, Roy Scheider. He's not. I think even Freakin said that too. Is like he was not really like he wasn't the first choice, but he'd worked with him before, and so he put him in there. And it's like he does an okay job in that movie, but he's like he does that to me is a big part of why that movie is not more popular than it is because he's just not. He's not a lead actor, in my opinion, Roy Scheider. Like every movie he's been great in has been because of a cast of people to me, not because of him in particular.
Who would you have cast?
Oh man, there was at that time period, there's a million people that could have probably done a better job. So you're talking about movie was like 70, 78, 77, 78, somewhere in that range.
Around 77.
So you could have had fucking Paul Newman. You could have had, you could have Pacino. You could there's like everybody in the world was all the biggest actors were in that time period of the 70s. They could have played a better job.
Movie you love where the lead was miscast. Well, I mean, I'll say one. This movie, Corey Feldman it's a horrible voice for Donatello. He fucking sucks. I'm trying to think of like a lead.
That is a good question though. Like, because I'm sure there are movies like that too.
Yeah, that's the thing, and like it has to be a movie that I love. That makes it a lot more tough to.
Yeah, it's tough because usually one of the reasons I will love a film is because of the lead. That's
that's usually why you do. Yeah, that's like a big part of it. Okay, I'll tell you another one. I love Legend, but you know who the lead is in that fucking movie?
Tom Cruise.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
I have to get back to you on that. I have to think about that.
Yeah, I could think of quite a few movies that I dislike because of the lead. Yeah, it's really tough.
Here's a hot take real quick while I was thinking about Legend. Tim Curry is probably the most underrated actor ever.
He's a good one.
I think across the board, almost everything he did, he made better. And not only that, almost everything he did, he's probably the best part of the movie. So if you look at Clue, look at like the different types of movies here. Clue, Rocky Horror, It, even like Home Alone 2. He's the best part of like all those movies.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I always enjoyed Tim Curry.
Let's see. Gregory Peck is Batman. What? Let's see. Hot take. I'm kind of interested in Jason Voorhees' origin story. I've always found the summer camp bullying, drowning tale creepy. I'm never interested in origin story. I think that like I want to bash my own head in whenever I hear somebody say they're making a prequel to anything. That's just because like I've seen so many of them that were awful.
Is there any one prequel you do enjoy? Doesn't have to be horror, just anything.
Any prequel. Any prequel at all. Shit.
How about Missing in Action 2, the beginning?
I do like Missing in Action 2 is the thing.
That is a prequel.
I'm sure there are some like that where I don't even really like look at them as prequels, but like anything that's called the beginning or the origin or something like that, like it's usually pretty awful.
Mm-hmm.
What would be a fucking prequel that's any good, dude? Well, okay. See, because like you could look at, in a way, like The Godfather 2 is a prequel.
Yeah.
It tells like the origin story of Marlon Brando's character. Like, so it just depends on like how you're classifying that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that question before with Mark about the lead. Okay, Mark, are there any 80s slasher films you liked, but you thought the lead wasn't the best? Or 90s slashers? But you thought the lead was but you liked the film?
80s slashers. Not that I can think of, no. I mean, because typically with slashers, the ensemble cast is going to make up for the lead, or they could potentially.
Like, for example, I liked Intruder, but I wouldn't say the leads were anything to run home about.
I'll tell you the fucking...
I could see that, I guess.
Final Exam is a perfect example of that.
So remember the killer in that. It's got like an army jacket.
He's just some dude that's like, yeah. He shows up the first 5 minutes, you know who it is. It's just some random fucking dude.
Last Slumber Party?
No, the leads in Last Slumber Party are amazing.
I never saw this, so yeah. I mean, a film that you're not a big fan of, I like, but the lead wasn't the best. The Burning.
I hate everybody in The Burning. That whole fucking cast can go to hell, in my opinion.
Buddy Fisher Stevens is the best.
No. The person that bothers me the most in that movie, though, by far, is Jason Alexander. Like that stupid shtick comedy routine that he does throughout that. I have no idea why people love that movie so much. Like, it's got 2 like gore scenes in it that are even remotely memorable, and people shit their pants over that movie.
I like the film. I wouldn't say I shit my pants on, but like Intruder, I like more. But that'd be my answer to the previous question. The leads aren't much, but I really do like Intruder.
Bobby says hot takes: a dump, Rob Zombie, Halloween 2, and Halloween Ends are the worst Halloween movies. I don't think that's a hot take, Bobby. I think that's a factual, like, probably true.
Yep.
I agree with that. I still don't know which is worse for me.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and forth, which is the worst of those two.
Yeah. To your previous question, Rambo, Madman.
Huh? For the lead?
Yeah.
You talking about the dude or the killer?
The dude.
Yeah, I could get behind that. That's
Well, so I mean, even the girl, like Alexa Dudian,
Mm.
she wasn't really that good either. Like she like shoots the gun. She's like, what the fuck? Like she shoots, but she's like, I don't know what the fuck that move was. Like you shoot. I've never seen someone shoot a gun and go like that's the fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck she was doing in this. She was pretty bad. Yeah, I like Madman, all right, but those leads, all the characters suck in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's that one good character in
Galen
that
Ross.
fucking film.
Yeah.
That's a film with some shitty characters, Madman. I don't know if that's a hot take.
that's not hot. I mean, yeah.
But I
pretty
like the
shitty.
film. Great music.
Oh, really? Jackson Jack says, I would say Halloween. I love Halloween, but they could have a better lead. I don't buy Jamie Lee Curtis in the role of innocent Laurie Strode. I feel like she did the movie for a pack of cigarettes or something. That's fucking wild. That's a wild take.
Definitely is.
Okay.
Is that the same pack of cigarettes Mark got for the
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hot take. Summer Party Massacre 2 is the only fun movie to watch in that franchise. That's absolutely true. The first one is okay. It's not good, but that one is like just batshit crazy because of the killer. That actually is probably the most fun to watch. Corey Haim should have been the lead of Dream a Little Dream instead of Feldman. That would have been way better.
Oh, he should have been the lead in any time because he could actually act. Feldman was a crackhead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't like Corey Feldman at all.
No, I got you.
I like some of his older stuff,
especially now, dude. Like he comes across awful nowadays. The biggest douche ever if you ever try to meet him or anything.
It's going to be in that Goonies sequel coming up.
I would never want to meet him. I'd rather do live other things. Stick this microphone up my ass and fart in it. Fuck Corey Feldman. By the way, can we say this? Fuck Corey Feldman.
Sure, we can say it.
Okay, cool. Fuck Corey Feldman.
Let's see. What? Pissing in action. Just put that in there. Are you talking about Rebecca Gayhart? Or are you talking about Alicia, whatever her name is?
Witt?
Witt, yeah.
I'm guessing Alicia Witt.
She was pretty bad in that. She's a pretty bad actress, actually, in general, now that I think about it.
She's maybe it depends on what she's in. I've seen her in other stuff and she was fine. So I don't know.
No, wait a minute. I know that's
consistent.
a lie. Uncle Bill, that's a lie.
What?
You know how I know? Because she was in long legs.
I knew he was going to say that.
You're in long legs. You love long legs.
She's a lot better than Daddy Long Legs, baby, than she was in that old Urban Legend movie.
You like her in long legs.
She was a crazy mother.
You liked her in that.
thoughts on the DCU so far, Dawson? The DCU so far.
I'm guessing the YouTube's making the yeah, YouTube's glitching for you. So the DC
YouTube is glitching.
James Gunn. Oh, I mean, for some, for once in a while, YouTube always glitches, so that's probably why it put his comment down twice.
Oh yeah.
The James Gunn stuff. Well, we talked about it before, but in case you missed it, it fucking sucks. Peacemaker, I don't care about John Cena's show, which they redid. Like they did one season, and now I guess they're changing everything for season 2. So season 1 didn't matter if you did watch it. Superman wasn't for me. I don't care about a Clayface show, whatever.
Yep.
Movie.
Or movie with that sounds like that Morbius, like Craven the Hunter. They were doing those movies that no one cared about. No one wants to see a movie about a villain without the hero in it. No one cares. All those films bombed, except no, all those really did bomb. Craven, Madam Web. She wasn't a villain, but no one cared. No one's going to care about Clayface. Supergirl, that's going to bomb. If Superman didn't make that much, Supergirl ain't going to make more. It's going to make less, and this don't cost more. And they're up the creek without a paddle. The first Superman, despite what they want to say, didn't do that well.
Yeah, I like how they like to keep brushing over that, and it didn't make that much. Like it did okay, but
it made $600 million worldwide. That's not great for that budget, and to be the opening. Yeah, go ahead.
That was not the movie that they wanted it to be, no matter what they say. I mean, they thought it was going to do crazy numbers, and it just didn't. And it's not that great of a movie, to be fair. Like, I mean, it's just not. I mean, it's not worth rebooting a whole franchise. It just doesn't do that. This is not a hot take for most people, though. Bernie is better than Batman. This is 100% true, though. The lead in Scanners is a great example of a really good movie that the lead is fucking awful in.
Okay.
Let's see. Hot take from Alfa Romero is that Dawn of the Dead is Alexis Dubin's best role. Hell, well, I think it might be.
I could see that.
I'll argue to the death that it's Madman, though.
Best Romero film. Thanks for agreeing, Mark. For your silence.
Yeah, that's just shows you what I think.
All right, so we're 2 hours in almost, and this fucking storm is getting pretty bad here. So I'm probably gonna lose power in a minute anyway. So I guess I'll call it for the night. Rambo, what do you got going on?
A lot of requests to come up, thanks to people out there, from Commentary on Equilibrium with Christian Bale, which is a good movie. Saw that again. War of the Worlds 2025 review. Perhaps the best movie of the year. Love it. Yeah. I mean, it's entertaining. There's a Hulk Hogan music album called Hulk Rules. I had to listen to that and review that, and that's one of the worst albums I've ever heard in my life. Like, Holsters in the House. I'm like, yeah, The Graveyard. It's fucking awful fucking album. Awful. And every step of the way, Holster in Heaven, this crappy rap. He's like, hey, brother, do your dishes, and, these random stuff. So that review will be coming, and a lot more to come.
What year was that?
I don't really remember. 95, because that's when he was first getting to WCW.
Okay.
So
I don't know why I don't really remember that. I mean, I guess it's for good reason, but I mean, I remember the Macho Man one.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Can't say it, but yeah. But a lot more to come. Thanks to people out there. Stay tuned. I upload every day. So, Lady Terminator, that's one I saw. We'll be reviewing that. How about you, Mark?
Well, I unfortunately do not upload every day. I wish I did, but yeah, I have a couple videos that I've been playing around. Well, I told you about this, Rambo. I've been playing around with some AI stuff in terms of editing and trying to create something a little different. One of those will be uploaded for sure, guaranteed this weekend. I just put the finishing touches on it before I got on, so I should have set that one as a premiere, but it'll be uploaded this weekend. I think people will enjoy it. I like the element of surprise, so you'll have to wait and see what it is.
Yeah,
Jack, it's not porn, AI porn.
Mark's got a channel, bull. Somebody. Well, what the fuck? Drop a like, also comment, subscribe, link. But yeah, Mark's channel. Rambo put it in here. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah. If not, I'll do this. Like, if not, just go to YouTube and just type this name, and it'll pop up. This is how you spell it. Because I don't know if he'll put the link up. I'll do this.
His specialty right now is making AI porn. That's true, but he's branching out. All right, guys. So
I don't want to get arrested like some of these guys.
Before I really die, though, just remember that everybody dies, and I might be possibly dying later on tonight. But Friday night lives, bulls. You guys have fun. See y'all.
Take care.
A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at DEADPIT on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
DEADPIT on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, bulls, go over to shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.